I mean, you can't expect much from the DJT stock, goes from 45 to 60 maybe at best, 65. Who knows? I mean, just remember it's a $45 stock. It's not $3 going to go to 12. And anything can happen. It could go to over 100, who knows? But I don't think so based on how it's traded in the past. But it's gonna, I mean, the highest it went is about 80 previously. So, it's got some range, but it's got to get through this 57 level, looks like 56, 57. Let's take a look a little closer. 5650 seems to be a level it hit several times. Let's go ahead and strike a line there. Hard for you to see, but a little faint blue line for my key levels. And then obviously 80, which last time hit 79, whatever it was, something 39. So I put it at 80. All right. Well, good morning, everybody. Obviously, Trump was shot on, what was it, Friday night? I think so. Or fell down, depending on how stupid you are. Depending on how much of an ignoramus you are, Trump is either shot or he fell down. Um, like I was posting on Twitter, some replies, the GIF from Forrest Gump where the little girl's on the bus. Are you stupid or something? There's a lot of that going around. The answer is or something, because I mean, not being able to have logic and functioning reasoning doesn't mean you're stupid. You know, you can still do well in school and be of a decent IQ, but that's what we kind of mean. So anyway, DJT is way up. Now another one is Fun, PHUN, which apparently has some kind of a contract with um, a company, a media company, American Media Consultants, something like that, to develop like a campaign app for Trump for Trump. And I didn't know, like I haven't seen it. Like, have they made it? Are they working on it? I don't know. Is it still going to come out? Like, where is it? Like, we're almost here now. And they had said that they were going to be working on that, I think, in 2020, back in 2020. So I don't know. But for some reason, Fun, PHUN, is popping on these news as well. And so is DATS, DATS. I forget why on that one, but there's a correlation also to Trump there. So DATS, Fun, and DJT all moving on that. And it looks like DJT has found some support at 45. Where's the day trading? Here we go. Intraday chart. 45 down here at this level right here. I'm going to make that a little bit brighter so we can really see it. Like right there. Okay. So it's kept hitting that, created a nice long base at 45. Anywhere in here, as it was perking up to the top of the other side of this base at 46.50, anywhere in there, you could have been sizing in with a stop to, 44.50, 44.80, something like that. And it's now at 48 and moving. So that was first opportunity. There could be more opportunity this morning. Perhaps there'll be a morning sell-off. There could be people trapped at high prices who've been waiting a long time for any kind of a spike. This could be the moment they take some profit. So there could be a percentage of people wanting to get out and take profits on this morning. Open at 48, it was at 31. So that could definitely happen. That reminds me, I have a put credit spread on it. Let's see, I got 5 contracts in there. Do I have any uh orders? No, I don't. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to get some orders on the books right away for closing this out at a penny. In fact, I'll even give them 2 pennies. So generous. Um, so today maybe that'll hit. I doubt it, but at least they'll be sitting there just in case there's a little bid ask anomaly inefficiency and it takes it. All right. So I've set that up. Yeah, so we're looking at that this morning about DATS, and then there's Arab, AREB is way up. Wow. When I was just looking at it earlier, I think it was at 0.7. Let's see, Arab. American Rebel Holdings, AREB. Yeah. When I was looking at it earlier this morning, I think it was at 76, somewhere around here. It has since gone to $1. All right, so there's a lot of activity here on AREB, and that makes sense. It's had a lot of energy on a prior catalyst moment, settled in, depending on how you felt about the stock. The stock, you could have entered anywhere here around 45 cents towards the triple and quadruple bottoming of 45 cents. And here we are today at 90 plus cents in pre-market. I don't know if there's a link also between Trump, but it's hot this morning for some reason. And by the time I find out, the trade is over, so I don't look a lot of that stuff up. I just look. I just watch. The last thing you want to do is have some abstract in your mind, which takes you even 1% out of paying attention to the price action and what's really going on. So it's good to know. Sometimes it's helpful if it's gigantic news. In those cases, it gives you a little more conviction to hold through some of the volatility. But outside of that, that's maybe you set a wider risk to stop. But outside of that, it's what you see is what you get and what you should be trading. Be careful with this stuff. You can't just cross your fingers. Just doesn't work that way. Let's see. So Arab, we'll put that on watch here as well. Go. All right. If you can grab some at VWAP, that'd be good. If it signals, has a nice big moment. We have 14 minutes until the market opens. I guess I'll go live on TikTok too, as well. So set that up right now, but I'm gonna go live in a few minutes. Whenever it comes to TikTok, it's better to go live just a few minutes beforehand. One thing's for sure about that Trump thing, like whether or not, which side of the entire spectrum you're on. Security detail was suspiciously weak. And at this point, Like I was telling another trader on Twitter, at this point, you can't be pussyfooting around saying, implying what you're trying to say until you get shot in the fucking back. It's time to say what you mean. Stop pussyfooting around and saying like, security was suspiciously weak. No, this was a setup. Say it outright. Go ahead and say it because you can't just keep pussyfooting around what you want to say 4 years until somebody fires a bullet at your head. So say what you got to say. Don't be pussyfooting around because that's the right thing to do. Pussyfooting is for the weak. All right. Okay, wait. We're getting some possible movement on Arab. This could be an entry over there. No, but it's getting close to be. If we could get over a half a mil, yeah, DEI gonna get people killed for sure. Makes no sense. Did you see the picture of the female security agent cowering behind everything? Oh my God. That's not only should she be fired, but her manager should be fired, and the whole DEI thing should be reworked. Hmm. Well, we're getting awfully close potentially to an entry on Arab. Did I put it up here? Yes, I did. Okay. We got 11 minutes or 12 minutes until the market opens. Well, all right, I'll be ready for it for the TikTok stream. Stay in a few minutes here. In the meantime, we could go over what's going to be transpiring this week as far as economic reports. We do have Jay Powell speaking at 12:30 today at the somewhere. It's not official. It's like at a conference or something. But usually, what comes out of his mouth affects the market. Tomorrow, we got some retail sales numbers coming in. Wednesday, building permits and housing starts. And Thursday, jobless claims. That's probably the biggest thing that affects the market this week. It doesn't really show that in the economic report engine calendar that I look at. It doesn't show that as the strongest catalyst. It would say that building permits and retail sales are stronger. And then the J Powell speaking at a seminar stronger. I disagree. The jobless claims have been pretty key and critical during this watching of the state of the economy. So Thursday, I think, is going to be the strongest econ report that'll be coming out. Um, but it may not do anything. That may be true because it might be in line. It may not be expected to be a problem. But I'll tell you what, that initial jobless claims report on Thursday morning has the capability of being strong enough. All right, Arab is turning up right now. And the volume, however, is not exactly at the levels we need. Let's see. We have 10 seconds left in this minute. Okay, there it is. It is breakout volume. So it may or may not be a good entry, but you'd risk to stop to about 0.85. It's about 6 cents of risk on Arab, and that was an entry on Arab down in this pullback. And maybe it retraces to $1 from here. That's the trade. All right, we've got 8.5 minutes until the market opens. 5'3", yeah, ridiculous. Can I turn off private? No, you can't turn off private chatting, it looks like. Hide meeting window in screenshot. Okay, weird. Files, emojis, format. Oh wow. Okay. Very cool. Well, anyway, how'd everybody you have a good weekend? How'd everybody do this weekend? You have a nice weekend? I mostly was editing the credit spread portfolio video, which I've been working on. Um, and then thumbing through the news about the whole Trump thing here and there. Mm, studying studying up more on penny stocking, making sure I've got all my holes filled and every dot connected, which I don't. So, everybody still has lots to learn. And but I've learned it all before. I just now that we're getting back into it, I need to get it all refreshed. And the thing is, since then, these things evolve. Trading evolves. So since then, there's new waves of traders, and they have insights which are different than what you originally had learned about whatever topic. So in this case, penny stocking. So I continue to take a look at whatever new I can find in that area. I mean, if you're not learning, how are you gonna stay ahead on these markets? The markets are going to evolve with you or without you. So I think that's a good trait to have. Always be learning. And the interesting thing is, like I've said before, when you read a book a second time or a third time, you come back 10 years later and you read the book again, or whatever, you understand everything at a totally different level. There goes Arab. I'm going to take out a small amount right here. There we go. I'm taking at 25% of my position there. I mean, I'm looking for the move up to a dollar. That's all I'm expecting here on Arab. It's at 0.96 now, and we got in at 0.91. And if you had a high speed, high frequency trading setup, you might have been able to get in at 0.88. So a little bit of price improvement. When it comes to these penny stocks, you don't need much. So anyway, you come back 10 years later, or you hear the same thing. You could hear the same thing said again, read it exactly as it was said before again, and you can have a whole different level of understanding of what was said. Oh, 9890. All right, we're moving up on 9995. That's where I want my other exit. There we go. And so we are slapping against $1 on Areb, AREB. By 0.914. All right, so that was a 9.35% gain in 3 minutes, 4 minutes on Areb. I'm still holding some, so we'll see, but I'm half out on Areb. Who else is trading that with me? I don't know. You could be out there, the different streaming platforms. All right, we got 4 minutes left until the market opens. Now it's time to start the TikTok stream. All right, we're live everywhere. All right, we did just momentarily hit one. And I think that means we're probably going to break over it. Here it goes, 999.1. There it is, 1. And the moment it breaks over it, there we go. Boom. I'm going to take out another little piece. But now we might be blue skying. So I'm going to hold this tiny little bit to see if we can break out of 102. And maybe we'll blue sky. Always, whenever I think of blue skies, I always think of two things. Well, first of all, probably one that you're all familiar with is The Matrix. When I guess I don't want to give too much away, but anyway, when they finally see blue skies. Hey, Ben, welcome in. And then also the quote, "Blue skies on Mars." Wow, from Total Recall, when he's going under and about to get his brain implant, his dream implant. They notice in the news it says that there's blue skies on Mars. That movie is a conundrum because he hasn't gone there yet. So how are there blue skies on Mars? What is happened there? Amazing movie. All right, DJT is pulling back to 46, and that could be another spot for you to grab some. With the intention of having 45 as your stop, but we could have easily, like I said, a sell-off at the open, which is a profit. It'll be the form of profit taking for people trapped who don't, believe in it, and they're shorter term traders, and they exist. And so we'll see some selling pressure at the open, and we'll see if it's met up with how much buying pressure will there be on it. Hard to say. I don't think anyone smart really wants to get in at highs. So I think everybody's going to be waiting for some pullback, but we'll see. Over on Arab, we're looking to see if we can get higher prices. I don't think we are going to be able to. So I'll probably be closing that out. We'll just watch the open. The open's happening in 45 seconds. We are looking for to Arab to break 102, potentially at the open. I'm just going to be taking profits. We're looking for DJT to potentially make a run today. My instinct says that your entry will come in the form of a dip buy on DJT, but let's see what happens. Got to fill on something instantly. I don't know what that was. So there's the sell off on DJT that I was expecting. This is awesome. So now we know we can look for a bottom on this sell off. And interesting enough, Arab is moving up. Okay, and then back. So I'm going to go ahead and try and get out of Arab here for my last piece. And DJT is definitely selling off at the open, which is excellent because we're going to get a better price. Where it stops, maybe 42 is one support level I've put in. 42. We're already at 43. Another level could be 40. We're at 43. A lot of profit taking here happening, which is what I expected, but it's not going to be all. It's probably not even going to be a third. So, third retrace. Okay, we do have some buying now. It doesn't look to be a frenzy, but it does look to be being bought up. So this could be a moment. This could be a bottom. I'm all out of Arab, by the way. I got out around $1. So that trade was perfect, about 10% gains. All right, we are seeing some increased buying action happening on DJT. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab another share there. I'm gonna be just averaging in until it bottoms and then play it from there. That's the play. I'm checking. I got another fill on something right at the open. What was that? Let's see. PSIX. Okay. Looks like PSIX is doing okay. All right, this is what I was talking about. I think that DJT is still bottoming out here. Gonna pick up another share if I can get it at a good price. We're just slowly averaging in. There's no rush. And you get what you get. Instead of trying to time to top or time to bottom, just get what you get, trade it well, and then get what you get. Just period. That's what you get. That's the best you can do. Okay, over on DJT, we are now a little bit more red. So we're hitting even lower prices. This is part of my plan. If we look on the main chart, we can see just how much retrace is possible. We can get all the way back down to 32 and be exactly where we started from. I don't think it's going to get that far. I think we're going to hit the top of this zone here, 40. I think 40 is going to become, a level to get through. I don't know. We might be halting right now. No. Yeah, I think no, we're not halting, but trading is clunky in it. What is the float on DJT? The float is 28 million. Okay, so that's roughly small. My average right now is 45, and it's at 42.1. So I'm definitely looking to pick up more every breakdown that happens. The Qs and the market are doing well off the open here. We're still only halfway retraced to Thursday's panic sell-off. Looking through all my holdings, looks like OPTT is doing well this morning, so I'm going to take a look at that. Yeah, I'm just, it's up a smidge. IVP. IVP continues. In fact, it's about to break out at 12. IVP, I love it. Yeah, I'm looking for IVP. Is there somebody at IVP there? Hold on one second. Let me check. Yeah, there's somebody calling for a P, an IVP, Mr. IVP. Oh, there it is. That's the breakout on IVP right now. Speak of the devil. We're also watching DATS, by the way. IVP with a very strong move here. Very nice. I'm going to take a little bit out of our position on that. Okay, another potential bottom moment on DJT. That's just, I'll grab another share here. I have an order in for it anyway. That was it right there at 42. Bringing my average down to 44.4. So nearby. That's excellent. As the momentum continues to slow to the downside and we find bottom, then size can be increased. Okay, we halted on IVP. Fantastic. Very nice move. I'm going to put my next exit then at 13.5. Well, looks like I even already got that. So let's try 14.5. Okay. IVP halted on the breakout of 12, which is exactly what we would expect. on these huge short squeezes. It's gonna be over soon, so make sure you scalp. You're in it for just a quick scalp. Fun potentially is also bottomed along with DJT. I'm not sure about DATS. Let me check. DATS doesn't look like it's going to have what it takes, but we are watching that. For everybody out there, if you'd like to see my trading setup and how I'm trading live right now, you need to come join my group. So that link is in my bio, along with a lot of other goodies there at the link. And follow me if you'd like to see me live every morning to see what's hot on the market and what we're trading and what we're doing. That's if you're interested in trading the stock market. I've been doing that for 25 years. And I'm sure I have something that I could say to you that could help you out. And that's what I like to do. Trading education. You guys are my proud students. Morning, Justin, buddy. All right, DJT just pushed down further. So this is exact kind of like panic lower pivot break that I'm looking for to get a little bit more. But I'm really looking forward to bottom, obviously, and turn around. But I definitely will continue to snag lower prices when they come. See, now my average is 43.8. It was 45 something. Now it's 43.8. So I'm continuing to get my average down, and I haven't even really gotten aggressive yet. There's another little spot. See if I can get any down here in the 40s. 40 point something would be great. We continue to remain halted on IVP. I'll put that right here since it's hot and doing something. I got my next target at 14.5 on that one. IVP, just outstanding move. This morning, I'm up total of 27% on IVP across the other day when we got in, which I believe was Friday. Yeah. Okay, so there's a little bit extra of a DJT I got right there. The IVP right here. I mean, that's incredible. Going to come out of the halt. In my opinion, I'm guessing it's going to come out of the halt at like 13.41, 13.41. Come on, I've been doing this for 25 years. Let's see how close I am when it opens. 13.41. I mean, I'm trying to give you to the penny what I think IVP is going to open at. And then obviously it'll sell some and then it'll probably start getting bought up. It's going to go crazy. It's going to be going crazy here. These are all-time highs happening on IVP. New highs. Fresh highs. No ganja needed. Straight off of the ticker tape. And the market continues to do well. It just broke pre-market highs. That's a nice positive move for the market and a good start of the week. All right, this is one of the strongest buying moments we've seen in DJT, starting up possibly. I mean, it's looking like it around 40, and that 40 is exactly the bottom that I was thinking we would hit. However, we have to see. Number 1341. Let's see what happens in IVP when it comes out of the halt. Could be lower. Who knows? I like taking guesses, but how long do you think I cling to being right before I change my mind? Yeah, you need like less than sub to 10 milliseconds. If you can't react to price faster than your ego, then you can't survive on the stock market. So anyway, I'm guessing 13.41, but anything can happen. That's just an experience guesstimate. But whatever happens is whatever happens. Don't forget that. I don't give a shit what happened. What really happens is what I trade. I trade what really happens. I don't trade my guesstimates. All right, DJT coming into 4040 now. Where was the last spot I grabbed it? 4073, and that's kind of where it's at now. So let's see if we can get some kind of panic breakdown. DJT to get even more shares. I gotta take a look at ELF, one of my holdings. Let's see. And that's doing just fine. I mean, it's having a pullback day, but it's doing just fine. I have nothing to worry about there. BST, that's doing fine. SEG, also doing just fine. And then Oscar, and not doing great, but it's actually doing well off of the not doing great area. So, all right. All right, DJT still finding a longer and longer bottom here now in the in the 40s. It's been 5 minutes at the 40s level here now, so it's slowing down. The momentum is finding bottom in the 40s. It could still skip down and find ultimate bottom at 35. We'll see. You do the best you can. Arab, after falling from one, just didn't have what it takes, and it's back to almost zero point 0.8. Not good. Anybody else get into IVP with me on Thursday or Friday whenever we got into that? It's looking good. So that's the pattern, catalyst, first green days. There's the little pullback consolidation. Remember we talked about this, guys? And then the push to break above those highs. It was, I mean, you couldn't ask for a more perfect pattern. Is it going to work out? You never know, but that's the entry, and that's where we got in. So now it's on its run now. It's doing its thing. All right, there's a little breakdown on DJT. I'm going to grab some more shares there. That 39. Mike, good morning. Welcome in. All right, the market is pulling back pretty hard right now, violently. Violent sell-off there. It's probably because JPOW is speaking. JPOW is speaking, by the way. So it could be something he's saying. Well, it's only 9:45. Okay, I got some extra fill. Okay, you guys, it opened at 1346. Did I nail that or what? 1346. Come on. I said 1341. IVP opened at 1346. All right. Okay, now it's pulling back, but I was correct. 13. And there it goes to 14 for there. I should get a fill now. There it is. I just hit one of my first targets at 1445. It's now at 1482. This is what it looks like on the daily chart. It is just skyrocketing. IVP 1482, and I think it might even be halting. There it is. It's halted. Halted again. 1482. We just continue to make money on IVP. I mean, I got other profit targets set on IVP, so basically I'm expecting it to get all the way up to about 20, maybe 19. And that's based on prior levels. I believe we can slide all the way up this candle to at least the close, if not these high levels of 21 and through 24. But I'm conservative. I've conservatively set a lot of my exits and profit targets all the way up, laddered all the way up to this close, which is 1920. So that's what we're looking at on IVP. Would I recommend buying DGT now or waiting to see if it drops more? I mean, it's getting really close to the bottom, but it just depends on what you're trying to do with it. Are you trying to day trade it and get out in a couple minutes or an hour? Or are you trying to hold it? I mean, it just depends on what you're trying to do, and you need to size your risk. I mean, it's very hard to answer that question for you. It just depends on what you're trying to do. SCNI, I looked at it this morning. It didn't look too good. Maybe it's doing better now. I don't know. Let's see. SCNI. No, I like that pattern. It is doing good. No, that's beautiful. I love it. SCNI. Great. It's going to stay on watch for us as well over the next weeks for further entry. But no, that looks really good. I like it. It's day tradable, but more than that, towards the end of the day, if it closes strong, it could be an overnight. Yeah, I think, DJT right now is having three green candles in a row for 3 minutes now. I think it's in a good spot to speculate that we're bouncing off of a 38 low. It'll probably chip chop back and forth. Let's see. But this could be the region area for allocation from here. SCNI, you guys, that's another one that we need to be watching. Somebody let us know. So I have that up, potentially trading that. Off of the open for our growth stock traders and credit spread portfolio members. We are only at about 35%, 40% green off of the open. So it's kind of a weak day for the growth stocks. But leading the brigade is AUR, Hood, Coin, Carvana. Those are the big ones. And we've got allocations in most of those. So we're already reaping. We're already reaping the harvest. Okay, so we got a little pullback on DJT into 39.34. I'll pick up some more here. This is what I was talking about, is that, when you find bottom and it still has to chip chop around there. I mean, very rare on something that has a big sell off like that, that you just get a V-shaped bounce boing and then never look back. I mean, it does happen, but you're going to get more chances to see that it's a bottom. You'll be able to see it. I mean, IVP is just one of the best things that we've got going on this morning, and that's something we got in a couple days ago. IVP is at 1482. I got in at 98. Something just okay. I just got a little more of DJT. So my average is down to 42.4 now. And depending on how it trades, is it going to put in a base? Maybe put in a base at 38 in the 38.40 region. So, I could be accumulating in that base region. SCNI, keep an eye on it. Pullback entries would be best of WAP. Right now it's at 8.2. WAP's at 7.5. So the ideal entry is around 7.5 on FWAP. All right, we're having a sell-off pullback on IVP, but that's what we have a lower price for. We have a much wider risk and plan with the IVP. This is a nice higher low that just got put in on DJT. I mean, this is about the best signs you could get early, that this is a good, soft, supportive area that's being created right now. Could it break down? Yep, it could break down further, but that's why you put a risk to stop in. You could put that at whatever you like, 37, 36, 35, but the actual pivot breakdown is at 38. But you got to be wise and you got to give yourself a little buffer. Got to keep, you know, your got to keep some gunpowder handy. Never really going all in. Never ever do that. I mean, right now I'm in, oh, 20 penny stock swing trades. So there's no way you could be all in on any of those. And I'm in 20 credit spreads as well, roughly. You got to size your risk to a reasonable stop, which includes shit hitting the fan, not just the low pivot on the chart and this or that. No, you got to give things that are volatile, like super crazy penny stocks, you have to give them much more room to breathe to your stop. All right, SCNI has pulled back. We'd be looking for any kind of a entry where we get some rushing or swarming on the bids, somewhere around 7.5 or VWAP or any region lower. On SCNI, yeah. That's a little bit off the screen for you guys on TikTok, but you can see it on the other platforms that we're streaming on. Let's take a look at, okay, we're at about 50-50 on the growth stocks now. Let's take a look at Hood and AUR. AUR. Oh yeah, AUR is just, just lying. It's almost in the penny stock region, a $3 stock that's now $4. Hood. Hood is having a beautiful day. Let's see how many days until expiration. 23 days until expiration. You could still be okay to get a put credit spread on Hood here. You'd probably still be okay. I'm not sure if I'm in it. Let me check. I might be in it, or if I've already taken all my profits. Okay, I've already taken all my profits, but that's certainly a good day on Hood. Be nice to have already been in it, waiting for a day like this. So uh, that opportunity certainly was there on Friday, and there's been days. But this is a nice strong RSI reclaim of the 50 RSI. Okay, see, DJT is now curling up. We got lots of long side action going on now on DJT. And I'm still below my average, so I'm still okay to be buying in here. Although I would like to be buying in between 40 and 38. And I'm going to definitely risk to stop to 38 at least, which means that's about from right here, about $3. $3 of risk. So if you wanted to risk whatever your risk is, $100, $500, $1,000, divide that by $3 per share. That tells you how many shares you could buy. All right, SCNI is potentially trying to create an entry here. SCNI. Just watching the volume. How many seconds we got left in this minute? 2 seconds. Okay, yeah, that's an entry on SCNI. Stop at 7.3, so about $1 of risk. Over on DJT, we are moving up. The bottom for the moment is in at 38 to 40. And where we go from here, we shall see. But there was a lot of selling action before this. And that'll either create that was either taking profits or that was short selling or both. And number one, that's going to create a nice void zone for the retrace. And number two, that's going to create some short squeeze if we see some strength and demand come in here. Definitely, if we get back to the open, that's where shorts will have their stop, maybe even on the other side of this pre-market high 48. There could be a huge short squeeze type of action from shorts closing, buying to cover at 48. And then there'll also be some at these other pivot points, 50, 50, 50, and 50.50 and 53, and then pre-market high of 54.50. Those are all points in which shorts could have risk to stop to, and they'll be buying to cover at those moments and those breaks. Now, that doesn't mean that you get in there and then it's going to fly. It could definitely just break open, you get some covering going on, a little push happens, and then it pulls back. It's actually going to take another 30 minutes to an hour to continue. But, that's what's going on magically behind the scenes. Yeah, so SCNI settling in at about 794. Still need to settle in a little bit. And the market is sideways off of the open. We're coming up on 30 minutes of trading here. I'm going to take my first break. Things are looking good. Hopefully you're watching what you want to be watching and you know what you need to do. If you don't, make sure you click the link, join my group. I'll teach you what to do. Just show up. That's all it takes. All right. Have a good one, everybody. And I'll see you back in the group, members. All right. Later, Ben.